grand evening and great evening to those of you that are here. And glad that we were able to make it here on this evening to be able to accomplish some things. Most High, Mother, Father, life, we're thankful and grateful for another time to be alive and well. Thankful for this consecrated location and the consecrated progressive community, fellowship, family, near and far. Thankful for the events of today and those things we were able to accomplish, and very grateful for the things that we are yet looking forward to getting done. Thankful for the strength, encouragement, and the edifying that we're able to provide for one another, even at the times of sickness, times of loss of loved ones, the time of needing encouragement and needing to be uplifted. We're thankful that we're able to be helpers of one another. Thankful for any that will make it here on this evening and any that may log in by way of social media to be with us at this time, at this moment. It's our earnest expectation that nothing be done for vain glory as we continue to walk in the ordained purpose. So grateful and thankful for the powerful impact and contributions of our great and mighty ancestors, and for the joy in the Holy Ghost that is real. Grateful and thankful that everything that has transpired has been leading us in the right direction. Hopefully many more will be reached. Hopefully will be added unto in many ways that will be able to reach out and fellowship even more than we have been. That these days that we are here, let us not take them for granted. Help us to not just be busy but effective. Help us to not just be present but yet productive and powerful. Help us to have the realization of what a commitment to excellence really is, and how vital this time is, and how we have to be all that we are striving to be. At such a time as this, we are immediately mindful of the time that is a serious time, a time that calls for us to be ready, willing, and able. We can't just talk. We have to be a greater manifestation of that which was put in set order long before we were here. It is with great pleasure we appreciate the family that is across the waters, the family that is in other states, and of course those that are here. Help us to be a greater help to one another and to others that are around us. We are thankful and grateful for even this time to pray. Ashe. Amen. Grateful and thankful to be here on this evening. We said we would be back. Much to our surprise, we made good on that claim. And I am extremely excited because we are here on time and we started on time. And this is one time that we're going to go forward regardless. We keep saying it's now or never as we continue to focus in on the fact that we are supposed to continue to do great things. We're going to move on and move forward. At this time, if anyone wants to testify, this is a time for you to be able to share and testify.
I truly thankful to be here. Thank you for this time. thankful for ancestors, thankful for service yesterday. I'm grateful for what was said in this place. It's it's just time for the new. And I'm just grateful for what the truth we got yesterday and how it is even still a part of me on today. I'm thankful for listening to my body and listening to wisdom and rest, um, and not to be uh, overwhelmed with other things, but using wisdom and having some sense. It makes a difference when you use sense, and I appreciative on today for sense. Thankful even on today for being able to calm my mind and relax and just be able to be in a quiet place today. And I'm just grateful for that. I'm just honored and grateful for what we're going to hear through this crusade. I'm just grateful for being able to be in the progressive community on tonight.
Yeah, I'm grateful to be back in the house one more time. Thankful to the Most High, Mother, Father, life, ancestors, and elders, and Holy Ghost. Grateful for the leaders of this house, apostle and evangelist, and a woman in the Most High for your teaching and the truth that comes forth from you that helps me even when I'm not in the building to be able to help others. Grateful for that on today. And I'm grateful for a blessed day. It was very productive, very peaceful, and able to get some things taken care of that needed to get taken care of. I'm just ready, just had that in me to be here tonight, to be able to hear the truth, and ready to be a part of what's going to be done and said. Ashe.
We can move on. No one really was aware of what really is going to be going on. None of it is scripted, none of it is predictable, but it is all designed to bring us into being and doing and walking in what we say. Like I said earlier, I'm so excited that we started on time. This is one time I'm not telling anyone to be here on time, not telling anyone to be in place to do what they want to do. This one time I'm not going to do that. The reason being is if you heard it, you can tell whether you're listening or not by your actions. So, exactly. This today was one of the most real and impactful days that I've had in a long time. I had some time today to look at some things, and let me say this. This is a vital ministry. For the people in this ministry are on their way out of here because I have to have dependable, effective people in here. Because I can't play with this and lollygag with it the way I'm watching some people do. I'm just being honest. I'm very serious about things that I do quiet sometimes. And I move a little slow sometimes. And the reason being is because I watch and I see. And if what we're doing is not serious to you, I'm soon to tell you personally that you can start staying home if you choose, because I don't drag my feet when I reach out to people. So if they're serious about what we're doing, I don't expect them to drag their feet. There's a big difference between a ministry and a religious business. Is anyone watching?
No one has said anything.
Okay, well, if anyone's there, we're thankful for them. Grateful for them. Like I said, what we have here is a real ministry. It's not a religious business. In a religious business, traditionally, you know how it goes, the function of it. We spend a lot of time walking around clueless, but then we want things to work for us. But the way you attack and approach ministry is more attached to a life than you think. And what you produce and what you put out, it'll speak volumes of how you really are. As I sat today and I was instructed to look at some different things and listen to some things, it made me realize just how slack we are with what we do. I mean, we're good, and that's our downfall. We're good and we know it. We can do it and we know it. So we do it all ragtag in any kind of way, and we want it to come out perfect every time. But in actuality, we're hurting our own self and we're defeating our own purpose, which is one of the reasons why we're here. We're here to minister to people. We're here to pray. We're here to empower people. We're here to impact some people's lives. If they show up or if they're here. We're here also to let people know this is a powerful place. Yeah. We're in Lawrence County, South Carolina. We're in Joanna and in Lawrence. I call it Tumbleweed City. I call it Tumbleweed City because there is a love and a presence of heaviness and death in this county, in this area. There is a accepted religious practice of black magic in the churches in this area. There's an accepted, inadequate, efficient, malpractice mentality in most of the pastors in this area, male and female. There's also an accepted evil promiscuity that go on within the four walls. There's a lot of control, a lot of bondage, and there's a lot of contrary behavior that go against the very Bible that they carry. Most of the preaching and teaching, I don't know about the rest of the country, but in the area where I am, in Lawrence County, Tumbleweed City area, most of the preaching and teaching in the churches is being done out of a Bible that they don't understand, can't explain, and they're not walking in anything that even reflects what they call spiritual and holiness, as they say. I have a determination and a drive that we have to quit defeating our purpose. And I'm saying it on camera, we're good. At times we're great, and that's our problem. That's one of our problems. We're slack at the time we put in, which I'm going to put in more time. Other people are here, I'm not. If I'm here for a certain group of people and they're not here, I'm not going to waste the time. I'm going to put in some time. We have to understand that it's not just about us. We can't make the same traditional mistakes that other, I guess, churches, whatever we're calling them, in this area make time and time again. There are too many people being indoctrinated and programmed and put in chains, and they think they're doing something that's righteous and holy. But as I said today, and I'll say this again, I mean it, I'm talking about us as a whole. We're great and we're good and we know it. And that's one of our problems. You can call me at the last minute, and the paint will get pushed off the walls with, as effortless as Steph Curry shooting a three-pointer to end a game. And I understand this, and this was brought out to me today, so I'm talking to all of us. It was brought out to me today that we have to make sure that we get better than good, because we're already good. How many of you know that I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
We have musicians that you can give them a song, and before you piss and come back from the bathroom, they're almost playing. That is unusual. We take some of this stuff that we can do for granted. We have ministers here that yet they're nervous, but when they get up and get in front of everybody, they produce something fruitful and productive and powerful. We have been taught to let doctrine run our personal life to where our personal life has to appear to be righteous and holy, but in actuality it's full of mediocrity and recklessness and full of cover-ups. But again, I say, we're good and we know it. And I know I'm good. I know you are. If someone called us today and asked us to come this weekend to do some services, we can readily get up and pack up and show up. On time, on fire, and ready, and be productive and effective. This is a known fact this is what was being said to me today. In other words, I'm being chastised for all of us today. So you know what's coming. I have to push everybody for us to walk into commitments to excellence. I hope I don't bore anybody with what I'm saying. What we have to understand is what we're going to be doing for the next nights that are to come. We are going to be not prepared. We can't prepare anymore. Oh, they got me with that. They got me with that. And don't think this is a bad thing because I said we can't prepare anymore. When you prepare, there's a law about your preparation where you are preparing to try to make sure you don't make mistakes. When you practice with the mindset of trying to figure out where the weak parts are, where the cracks are, where you need to brush up this and brush up that. When you're good, you come in with the mindset to get better. When you come in with the mindset to get better, you're not looking for the flaws, you're not looking for the weaknesses. You are looking to make sure that perfection is maintained. Oh, they taught me today. I am so excited. I've never been, though I ain't been this energetic about doing ministry like this. And they were 100% correct. Some of the things they wanted me to watch today really saddened me because we're in a time now where you don't know what's real and what's fake. Y'all ever go on YouTube and watch some of those stories they got on there? You can't tell what stories are actual and what stories are not. You can't hardly tell. And they sound so real, and they sound so credible, and they sound so strong and forceful. But in actuality, what you're listening to is something that was fabricated. Now I'm asking, I'm going to keep asking periodically, is anyone logged in? Anyone logged in with us? Anyone else?
Devin said it.
Okay, I'm glad you're here. God bless you. We love you. Are we prepared to do a song either later on, or are we prepared for a song tonight?
Not tonight.
We're not prepared tonight, so I'm going to have to do something later. Are musicians ready to do something musical at the end or something? See what I mean? We're good, and we know it. We don't say it, but on the inside, we know it. We know it. And they didn't criticize it, but they chastised the fact that we're good, but we don't put a strong emphasis on getting better. Hello. I did not take it to be sad or heavy. I took it, I was very stern-faced and very excited and energetic to hear, and I appreciated the fact. You know, you can appreciate when somebody's being effective to try to help you get better. And you know they mean it and they got your best interest at heart. What we're looking to happen on this week is for something to come in that I've never been in here before. Hopefully we'll extend and get fellowship from someone that never fellowshiped with us before. I am overly excited about the anticipation of what is to come now. Somebody gonna have to be the clock for me, because I was told how to do this, and I ain't trying to mess it up. Somebody gonna have to be the clock, so somebody gonna have to make a noise, hit a number or something at 8 o'clock here. Understand this: we are the standard in this area, whether they like it or not. We are also the help in this area. Anyone that's doing real ministry, it should not be a problem for us to fellowship together. Too many flaws and lies about unity and coming together and doing ministry together. They're all smoke and mirrors and lies, because in actuality, the intent is to find out what you're doing and how you're doing it. Stay around you long enough to be able to think you're empowered enough to mimic it, and then copy it, and then cut off communication. That's what happens around here a lot. The revival season is designed to raise money around here. The services they have, most of them are for fundraisers. The problem is, most of the time when they do the fundraiser, the funds are not used for what they took them up for. As we go forth, we have to get better. Are y'all hearing me?
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying. Our approach has energy. Now listen to what was said to me. Our approach has energy, but at times it lacks power. Are y'all hearing what I said? To the layman, that means you're talking about the same thing. Energy and power is not the same thing. Yes, it is. Energy and power is not the same thing. Because a sick dictator can execute power from sitting in a chair without using a lot of energy. Hello. Energy and power is not the same thing. According to the Bible, King David did not use a lot of power, but they had him laying in the bed, and he couldn't keep heat on his body, and he expended a lot of energy, still doing what he did as king while laying in that bed. Look it up. So he wasn't operating in great power, but he was using a lot of energy. But they still let him be a power figurehead because he was king. Are y'all hearing me? So when I heard them say we use a lot of energy, but at times we lack power. In other words, we need to understand all of us have energy in here, right?
Right.
Even if it's low. Even when it gets low, you still have energy, right? But one that has a power surge can share it with you, and you get hit with a power surge, and it increases your what? Your energy. So if one increases the other, it can't be the same. We have to understand that they told us in school, a lot of times they would tell us about how we have to have the right attitude. Well, I tell people all the time, your attitude, not your aptitude, will decrease your altitude quicker than anything else. Because you can have the aptitude and have a bad attitude, and nobody will want to receive anything from you. So we have to understand that we're not here to perform. We're not here to get popular approval, and we're not here to dictate to popular opinion in the area. We're here, doggone it, to do what we're here for, and that's it. Sometimes you're going to make friends, and sometimes you're going to make enemies. Sometimes you're going to have low points, and sometimes you're going to have high points. Tonight is designed to set the foundation and atmosphere, because we have to finally realize, and I said it before, the ministry is nothing without us. And I'm going to keep saying this as much as it hits me. We're good, but we have to get better. One of the things we have to realize, let's not play games, bless you, be sarcastic. We're good and we do it. Huh? Bless you. Let me ask you a question. Are we good at what we do? See what I'm saying? We already know it. They weren't lying to me. They said we're good and we know it. Now what did I just say? We're good and did you catch that? They said we're good. What that mean? They're with us. Huh? They didn't say y'all, like some people were supposed to be partners, but keep saying y'all. They said we. They're with us. We have to understand and realize something. We don't have to, listen, I'm sharing this because we have to go forward. Can't go backwards. We cannot squander the chance to help somebody, to empower somebody, to find somebody who really want to truly fellowship, they really want to do things. This is about everything and every aspect of our life, everything that we do. Instead of reading something that says something that does not go forth, we have to go forth in showing that it is more than just possible. But we have to be a living example of the manifestation of what many people have been reading and quoting and saying for years, but not many have seen it. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Everything that we do is supposed to supposed to not prosper. Everything that we do is supposed to be done in excellence. And we are supposed to be a standard and an example. Everything that we do. That's why we strive to do right and do good, because when you do bad, guess what? If you're powerful in everything you do, then that means when you do something bad, it's going to be powerful too. They never taught us the balance of the scales. They just taught us that the scales exist. And they never taught us that there's no thin line between good and evil. The two are side by side. You know, they had the commercial with the Twix, they said, pick a side. Pick a side. We always pick a side. That's the thing when you tell somebody, I could slap you, but I ain't. You pick the side. On what side you can slap? On what side you can leave it on. So we have to really realize we have real life things. And we have to learn how to make sure that we don't lose touch with the reality of our real life. Because when you get caught up in fantasy, you start hallucinating. You start envisioning things. You start hearing things. You start seeing things that are not true and they're not credible. And all of a sudden, you'll become a liar. Caught up in a delusion. Ooh, I ain't said that right. I said, and I mean it. When we open these doors, it don't be packed in here. This is a place where victims have to come and realize they don't have to remain victims. Where people that are heavy don't have to stay heavy. Where people that are making jokes and being sarcastic about this ministry, I get off their raunchy, stack it behind, and get on through these doors and get some help and stop playing. I'm being very serious about that. And a lot of the church community that have a reservation about this place better realize you can't be empowered in this area without this place. I'm 100% positive about that. Whether you've been pastoring for 2 months, or 2 years, or 10 years, this place is a standard, it is a powerhouse. It is designed for fellowship, it is designed for growth, it is designed for camaraderie, it is designed to be uplifting and impactful. But we are downplaying it because we're good and we know it. One thing that's dangerous about being good and knowing it, a lot of times you don't show it because you already know you're good. Sometimes we'll be made to feel and think that because we don't show it, we need to hide it, we need to seclude it because it'll look like we're showing off. When you're good, even your basic make it look like you're showing off. When you're good, your worst thing make it look like you're showing off. You know why? Because you're good and you know it. Are y'all understanding this? Our personal lives have to come in play during these days and these nights. Why? Because it's part of us. And if we downplay it like it don't exist, it'll hinder you when you're trying to do things. It'll keep you from being productive and progressive. It will make you apprehensive and mad and you won't know why. But I'll tell you why. I want you to get acquainted with a word that is very prevalent in the church world, very prevalent in religious organizations all over the place. Suppression. Suppression. The reason why stuff is so jacked up and messed up is because we have readily been told, taught, and allowed to directly and indirectly suppress stuff. And nobody ever tells us to depress, but they try to tell us to get a blessing. Suppression is a big part of every religion, every religious organization, every denomination. Suppression. There are a lot of preachers that suppress stuff that happened to them during the week and come and get in the pulpit and throw off on everybody. And nobody knows what's wrong with the pastor. Well, the monkey suppressed stuff. Didn't deal with anything. Now everybody is no good when Sunday comes. And I had the nerve to say, he didn't say that. Pastor, you said this, you said that. I didn't say that. There's so much suppression going on. Get used to the term and get used to the word, because a lot of people we run into, you might laugh, some of it gonna be funny. I'm gonna say things like, we got no people on there?
No, sir.
Somebody's on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna say things to some sisters like, you suppress it, you want to say so bad, your titties about to burst. And you think I ain't gonna say it?
You
Don't
would
say
say
it.
it.
You tell some of these brothers, you suppressing how nasty a woman you are, your testicles about to pop. They can't take this kind of talk because we've been taught to foolishly think that there's a kingdom living and kingdom language we're supposed to be speaking, but the people that tell you to speak it are a bunch of hypocrites, liars, and a bunch of, I'm telling you, when I tell you that, I'm gonna talk about this county. When I tell you in the county where we are, in this county where we are, there's so much hypocrisy in these pulpits still don't make no sense. Anybody can be a minister now. There's so many people call themselves a minister and got titles that don't know what they're doing, clueless to how to do stuff, don't care who they hurt, don't care who they step on, don't care what they talk about. But yeah, everybody's supposed to be going to this place, but we magically gonna get along when we get there. And a lot of people don't like what I say on YouTube, bump what you think and what you got to say about me telling the truth, because we've been full of lies for so long, when somebody come out with the truth, you can't take it. This house has continued to maintain excellence, power, truth. We have to continue to be powerful. When you walk through the door, if evidence is on you, by the time you get to where you're sitting, it should be lifted. Not because you get into some little sanctimonious trance, because you realize where you are and you realize that you don't have to suppress it. You don't have to act like it ain't there. Where you realize it will and can be lifted, where you don't have to play no mind games for it to take place. Oh, I ain't talking right. Notice most of you sit in the same spot when we come in. Well, you're the equivalent to a television being plugged into the same outlet. So if you're the one sitting there all the time, then you're the one that's going to partake what you leave there when you get up and sit back down. So make sure you leave something positive, productive. Make sure you leave a good release, because you're going to sit in the same spot. So make sure what you leave, if something bad was there, make sure you leave something good there, because you're going to sit there next time. If you play and suppress and act like you ain't heavy and leave heavy in the seat, guess where you sit when you come back? In a bunch of heaviness. Oh, they talked to me the other day. I was looking at some of the things that are said and some of the things that are done, and I used to just look at it. Now I can see the fakeness in it. Now I can see how disingenuous so many people are. Now I can see the big mess. Now I can see the control. I'm not mad at anybody. If you like what you love, if you like what you like, that's fine. But don't get mad at raw truth. I was watching something today, and I'm glad we don't have a lot of people on here. I'm not into numbers. I'm not even into numbers in that Bible, because it's fabricated anyway. But I was looking at this thing about a current situation with an NBA basketball player that was letting his Christianity be known, and how he sold out to Christ, and how it pushed him out of the league. Now he wants another player to speak up, because that player carried a lot of weight. And while I was watching it, what I said, look how it messes up. There's nothing wrong with having conviction. There's nothing wrong with believing. There's nothing wrong with saying you're a Christian. But when you go to ridiculing everybody without cause or without knowing the conclusion of the matter, when you're reckless with it, you ain't drawing nobody. You ain't impressing nobody. All you're doing is hanging yourself. And what came to me when he was talking, and if he was here right now, I said it in his face, because he ain't nothing but the next young joker that got hype and lost what he could have and should have had in life. And I tell him in his face, what you get so excited about, maybe you should have been there when it hung our people. Maybe you should have been there when it caused some Caucasian people to be burned alive. Maybe you should have been there when it sent some people to the gas chamber. Since you're so conflicted, since you're so powerful about it, you think it's supposed to be what you say it is, where was it for them? Because it's been around long before you. Now, he don't want none of me, because you sitting there with all the conviction. You must be reading about it. What you doing with bringing it in? If you're going to walk in what it says, walk in it. Now, I know what braided hair means for our people, but in that Bible ain't too much for our people. Our people just think it is. 10 10 minutes with me, I bet you he'll change his tune. He's so adamant to where he has put his foot in his mouth while his behind is in the place of his mouth. So he put his foot in his butt and his mouth at the same time. And he's so adamant and so strong, and all of the church coalition and all this stuff is saying they backing him. Yeah, you're backing him because you want to cut by that money the NBA going to pay him one more time. You want him to come your way so he can contribute. You fanatics, y'all have y'all place. But the bottom line is, ain't nothing genuine about you. We are living in a time where evil is so prevalent, where evil is so impactful. But what I didn't realize and what I found out, and it was made so crystal clear, what we've been calling good is really evil. What we've been calling righteous and right is really a trick. To trick you to be on the side of what ain't actually right. Whether they like it or not, it's the truth. It's the truth. We don't get along, we don't talk the same, we don't act the same, we don't want the same. Every denomination has its own identity. Everybody talking about we are one. Not so. And this house is finally coming together. But what's causing you to not come together is you don't realize that your identity brings the oneness. Your personality contributes to the oneness getting strong or weaker. So it's your identity that should override your personality. Because your personality, it contributes. But the identity is supposed to be the same. It's not every straight worldwide ministry and me. That's all of us. The concentrated progressive community, that's all of us. That's the identity. But all of us don't eat the same stuff. All of us don't laugh the same. All of us don't have the same direct interest. I ain't talking to you. We don't get stronger just by talking. We have to get stronger by doing. Your everyday life becomes more complete when you change first your attitude. Your attitude has to change. How you view things and how you approach things. When you're aggressive with the wrong attitude, you ain't getting nowhere. When somebody gets mad trying to push something, they don't move. They're too mad to push it. But when they change their attitude and they realize that their strength is going to cause someone else, then they push it. Sometimes you got to catch yourself and say, why am I going over the top over this? I'm strong enough to move this. Right. I'm so mad about it. I'm going to move this thing anymore. We have to change our attitude. We have to understand that our attitude is important. We have to understand that how we approach things is important. Just because it doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out doesn't mean you will determine the fact of it going wrong. You're not always at 100% fault of how something turns out. We have been taught to take on all the responsibility, carry all the weight, and bear all the burden while we're saying something's coming us. Now, y'all call it. Do y'all know what a fanatic is? Everybody here know what a fanatic is? Y'all know fan is short for fanatic. And most people that say they're fans are not fans because they're not a fanatic. You can't be a fan unless you're a fanatic. That's why they call some people bandwagon a temporary fan, a fake fan. Fan is short for fanatic. We got too many people in church that are fans without being faithful. Question tonight, since it's just us. Can you be faithful without faith? Can you be faithful without faith? I got a yes.
Can you be faithful without faith? No. I'm going to say no.
I got a no and I got a yes. You're both right. You know why? The church and the world don't even know what faith really is. They don't know what faith really is. So then you can be faithful without faith because somebody call you faithful without even know what faith is. They say they call people faithful all the time that you can't even depend on, can't even count on, can't even trust in. Y'all know where I'm going. We're gonna have to be about truth without arguing. Have to be about truth without being angry. Have to be about truth without debating. We cannot sit around and let the area get in you to the point where you're weighted down and you don't want to do nothing. It's already limited on what you can't do around here. No need in taking it in and not being effective in doing anything. Case in point, look in the back. That back row on this to my left. How many people sit on the back pew? How many? One person. Who is it? Who is that? Say it again. Now, he's sitting where? Now, I want y'all to catch what I'm saying. Because he's sitting there. Hello? The expectation is because he's sitting there, others are going to take up the seats. That's the expectation we have to walk in. Y'all in. Not hope in, walk in. When you hope in the expectation, nothing happens. You know why? Expectation ain't kin to hope. How do you say that? Because we're told hope that is seen. That ain't hope, right? Because as you see, what you hope for, what I see, I can expect again. Hope and expectation ain't kin. So everybody where you're sitting, thank you, Most High. Everybody where you're sitting, there will be an expectation. I'm not going to be sitting here by myself. Too many times they go on a marketing campaign. How can you put a marketing campaign and ministry in the same breath and not say you're part of a religious business? It's one thing in marketing and it's another thing in exposure. We have to be about exposure. If you're going to be effective in exposure, you're going to have to be effective in activity. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Too many people say, y'all need to market the ministry. This is not a business. If we market our businesses, people will be aware of the ministry. Huh? You ever been doing something so good, somebody said, where you go? Okay. They were attracted by how well you were doing your business. But they got exposed to the ministry because you're part of the ministry. So we have to put things together. When you got a lot of whack, stuff don't work right. Most of the time when stuff don't work right, it's because we got something out of place. And most of the time we think it's us personally. It ain't always you personally. God, I wish I was talking about. It's like today I was saying, it's bad if a child is taught that it's acceptable to use the bathroom out in the open. But if that's what they were taught, they're going to see anything wrong with doing it. So a lot of things we were taught, there's nothing wrong in doing it, but it ain't effective. There's nothing wrong in listening to it, but it's not productive. I want to say something right now. I want to say something. We have to finally grasp the fact that this whole point of freeing your mind is understanding that it's going to be a fight within you. It is. And it's not a bad fight. It's a fight to cause you to get better. They laugh at me when I say that in religion it gives you a mental problem. Well, it does. We don't want to admit it, but it does. We have to be strong or we ain't going to get nothing done. Whether it's all of us, a few of us, a small percentage of us, we should be just as effective. Why? Because everybody should know what we're trying to accomplish. When everybody knows, it don't take everybody to get a tax done at the time something needs to get done. So is this making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
And we have to finally stop climbing in our mind and start walking in our life. Did everybody hear that? We keep climbing in our mind because we were taught to do that, to the point where we don't get nothing done. We're so busy climbing all the time. So in reality, if someone comes here to receive, they're going to receive. If someone comes here just to hear and take it back, that's fine. If someone comes to be a part of it, that's fine. We have flyers, and we should put them out to random people. Matter of fact, I think I need a few more. Let's go give them to random people. If they come, good. If they don't, that's fine too. We're trying to let people know we're here. We're here for you. We're here to help you. Every ministry around here, somebody from that ministry should walk through that door. Why? Because that's what fellowship is all about. Why don't you come to us? Did it for over 10 years. It's y'all turn now. But we cannot have the attitude or mood that a lot of them have. And somebody come there, what they doing here? We have a sister that's pastoring now that turned a lot of people off from coming to this ministry because of her stinking ways and her stinking attitude and how she handled people. And I kept many of people off of her line. Many of people want to take a piece of her. She thinks she can fight. Listen, every person I kept off of her, she's pastoring now. Every person I kept off of her, she couldn't be nailed one of them. Because one of them was my sister. My sister would have got a hold of her. Let me tell y'all something. I wasn't going to try to break that up. I done seen my sister get that. I wasn't going to try to break that up. And ain't no way she could have won. Absolutely N-O-T. Would not have been able to win. And y'all think I'm talking about Charlotte. I'm talking about Hazel. And Hazel was sick. And Hazel would have whipped her behind. Good fashion. Good fashion. To be honest, I would try to stop neither one of them. Yeah, both of them want a piece of it. And that person is fake, that person is a hypocrite, that person is a liar, that person is whorish, that person is two-faced, it's a backstabber, ain't no friend of nobody that did not believe him. Still the same way, ain't changed. And if they happen to watch this or see this and know what I'm talking about, yes, I'm talking about you, therefore. And this is not out of anger, this is out of being out of love and out of truth. You right to the core. The best part of you is who you married to. And that ain't saying much. Never mind. See, it's one thing when you tell the truth. When you tell the truth, you don't end up being sick and tired. Let me say that again. When you tell the truth, it's hard to end up sick and tired because you end up telling the truth about you. Don't tell the truth about yourself to yourself with an attitude that demeans and degrades yourself. Are you hearing me? Constructive criticism is not designed to destroy. So learn how to be constructive in your criticism of yourself, and then you won't feel so down and so out of it when you finish. Is that helping anybody today? You got to encounter people with knowing who you are. Oh, man. Anybody here, you know who you are? You know who you are. So make sure you represent you when you encounter people. Now, everybody's not going to like you or accept you at first glance, at first encounter. That's all right. Be the real you. Be the real you. You don't have to put on a mask or put on the front for somebody to have your back. Oh, that need to be on the shirt. your shirt. Oh, man, it's all right right there. No, but you gotta put on a shirt that has suit. I'm just kidding. You don't have to put on the front. You don't have to put on a mask or put on the front for somebody to have your back. Now, if you have to put on a mask on the front for somebody to have your back, that's a fake false relationship. And whoever that is, if that's why they got your back is not covered. You're in trouble. So what I'm saying here is we have to strive and grow off of the fact of knowing that we're good and getting better. We are not, listen, I don't know who start telling that lie that things don't happen to us, that we don't have to deal with them, that we don't have to be confronted with anything. That's not true. That's not true. Now's the time for us to show that we know how to handle it, we know how to carry it, we know how to move forward. Now's the time to show that, because somebody's watching. And when those that are watching, somebody that you encounter can either benefit from what you produce to them, or you're going to hurt. You're going to help or hurt. We don't waste any moment that we're in. Sometimes it does feel like it. But that's the weight of this interview. And I told y'all I'm trying to import some tumbleweeds and take them walking like I'm walking dogs. And about 5 of them dragging tumbleweed. Now that's a joke, because that's how this area, it feels like tumbleweeds. There are a lot of things in this area that they act like are not here. But that's not true, because we know firsthand. There's some of those things they try to hide it, but you can't hide it. You can't hide it. It's here. How we react to it is the key. How we respond to it is the key. We've got to realize this passive attitude that we have is the reason why we don't get some things done. Ooh, I should have said that on camera. Oh, too late, camera's on. So, in honesty tonight, a lot of what I said, I didn't know I was going to say. But I'm also here tonight because this is the first night, and this is the first time I've done it this way. But the feedback needs to come from the house. Because it's now enough. We ain't turning back. So the feedback and the oomph and the push and the kick and the drive need to come from the house, because how we walk it and how we approach it is definitely how it's going to turn out. Right. I'm going to say it again, we're good. But at times it costs us because we know it. We are the MASTERS of last minute production.
Listen,
You throw us something at last minute and think you got us back into a corner and we're going to come out wrong. And you hand us a potato and an onion and you put us in the corner, you come back, we done found ingredients that made soup. You're not going to embarrass us with last minute. We know how to do last minute. See how y'all responded? Listen. Yeah. But if we're that way last minute,
exactly.
Imagine
yes, sir.
If we get better.
Right.
There's somebody sitting in here right now that says, "It really is impossible." Sitting here right now. Right there. Right there on the keyboard. He said, "You really is impossible." That didn't blow my head up. That was something to live up to. That was something to maintain. When I heard that, I said, I better keep it that way. I better keep it that way. We ain't gonna joke. And when we get finished, oh my goodness. We ain't gonna joke. But we gotta approach it like we need to continue to get better. We can't be nonchalant when it's a serious time. Oh, y'all hear me. Oh, Oh, by the way, Mother is feeling better today. Brother Bobby's uncle's feeling better. We don't know the results of Ocean Bobby's sister. She out now. All right. And then her brother had a test today. Yeah, they are trying to locate some irregularities for him and let him know the source of what's going on with him. But we know it's going to turn out favorable. Because see, when they go on to look, that means it ain't that serious yet. You don't just do no look if it ain't that serious. So we're gonna stay united that it's gonna work out favorable for him. Now the sister is out, could have been out. That's what happened when you let all that stress in there. Do you know the whole time they got you in there sitting to wait to do the stress, you reducing it while you sit there?
Yep.
Because you're in a stressful situation over there? Which is awesome. That's what we want, the good reports. And then we won't be able to handle when something unfavorable comes. We don't want to feed people lies and fantasy and tell people stuff that ain't true. We want to give people the truth and be there for them in the midst of the truth coming out. Oh, let's say something right here. We're good, but I won't be able to tell people, nah, we bad. Huh? Come see, come find out, come mess with the ministry. Ministry bad. You want to play? Thank you. Now I'm almost telling right now. That's how we got to do. We're going to have to be effective in the right way. Now, I don't know who's responsible for this, but I'm going to tell you why tonight is the way it is. I was given instruction because in a few minutes we're going to get out of here because some of y'all go out there on that road at night and y'all take orders. But you can't do it at 10 o'clock unless you're going to do late stuff, right? So in a few minutes we're going to be summing it up and getting ready to go. How about that? Anybody here tonight got a comment and they want to say? Because tomorrow night we're going to roll. Musicians, along the combination, please, on tomorrow night, if you would start us off with a musical selection so that when we start, music is already in the atmosphere. And when we go live, music is already in the atmosphere. We want to go ahead and, even if it's just us, we're going to flow like it ain't. Anybody got anything they want to say?
I'm appreciative for what was ministered, because it was along the lines of what I was thinking today, just talking to myself and the answers, how I'm going to be better, and want to bring people and be able to talk to them and share the truth and not just sit by myself. So it lines up.
After these days are over, that's not be a problem for anybody to show up. Nobody. Some of you don't have a problem with it now. And that's great. It's all about being the real you. Because if you or somebody else and you use their questions, they'll know the answer. You ain't got the answer. If you be the real you and you come forward with the question, you know the answer. Gotta be authentic. Gotta be genuine. There's too much disingenuous people walking around into my neighborhood in God, lying. No question, no comments.
I do.
Yes.
I'm grateful to know it's all right to say that we're good. Because sometimes saying that with some folk, you get puffed up and big-headed, but and arrogant. But that's a turnoff if you're arrogant.
I know. They call it that.
But what I'm saying is,
they call it that. You're right, woman in the Most High. They call it being arrogant. But how you gonna tell me to encourage myself? And then when I do it, You know that's a form of encouraging yourself.
Right.
Right.
But then when I do it, you got to follow it. If you're good, you're good.
If it's the truth, it's the truth.
When Crawford said he was good, huh? When T-Rex said, get in there with me. Oh, she bragging. But when you got in the ring with her, you said, nah, she ain't bragging, she good.
Right.
And they get back to the corner and say, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And they say, hold on, what? You ain't in there with her. I hear what you're saying, but she ain't cooperating. Now put my mouthpiece back in, I'm trying to do the best I can. Roy in his prime, he was good and he knew it. That was his problem, he knew it. By the way, he didn't stop now, I can tell what the problem was. I can tell what happened to him. He started moving his side, he didn't tell me. Left side, he couldn't see because of the left side. Watch me in his career, he get tagged. So he couldn't see it coming. He won't tell about it, too puffed up in pride. I can tell him now, because I used to watch it closely. But when you're good at something, and somebody needs somebody that's good at it, why you gonna sit in the corner with your mouth shut and don't tell them you're good at it? When I hear somebody talk about what they did and what they accomplished, I'm so happy for them. Because I ain't always around free people like that. Why you gonna say somebody else fixed it if you did it? Like that's gonna get you something. Why we can't tell the truth? Appreciate your comment. They do call it arrogance though, but it's not. They say I'm arrogant. I'm just good. Look, never mind. Let me go back here to my biggest critics, and they didn't keep being there. Preaching, am I good or not? I'm good? See, he said, I got it, so I'm better than good then. I'm happy. I don't want to say, you know what, man, you can preach, I was about to fall asleep on the drum while I'm doing that. Because you set it up, kick your leg, hop in the air, do something. Slide your foot. I mean, let me tell y'all something. We have to be the best us that we can be. And make no apologies for being the best you. Because when it's the best you, better is closer. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. We are going to approach everything in our life for us to be done. Why? Because this ain't easy. This ain't easy. Unplugging from the matrix ain't easy. But it feels so good. So good. Y'all remember Sister Taser, she not feeling well. She's not feeling well, and she got to work tomorrow. Y'all know where she works. So, if no one has any more comments or nothing, we're going to ask another combination to give us a musical selection. If there's any comments from the live, please make your comments. If you've got any questions, please ask your question. At the end of the musical selection, if there are no comments and no questions, we are going to adjourn until tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And we start on time, and 9:09. We try to start on time. Come on, another combination. Give us a selection. You're being good, eh? Let's hear it. Oh, yeah. God bless you, family. Thank you, everyone along there with us. We appreciate you. We'll be back on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock to continue with the Free Your Mind flowing. Free Your Mind. We're going forward. Tell somebody we are in the area to be an impact and powerful to the area. 400 Milton Road, Durant, South Carolina.